Hi everyone, I'm Nadia, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing an updated version on how I make these white and gold flower resin coasters. So I have my part A and part B resin in this cup and I'm mixing it well for 3 to 5 minutes. After mixing, I let the cup of resin sit there for about 10 minutes to let all of the air bubbles rise to the top. And in the meantime, I'm getting everything that I need prepared. I was making these for an order on a set of 4. As you can see, I do have 5 molds out and ready, and this is just in case I made a mistake on one of the coasters, and it definitely was a good thing that I made 5 coasters. Here I'm separating some resin into a small cup to add the white pigment. These coasters only call for white pigment and clear resin, so that part is pretty simple. I wait a little bit so the resin starts to thicken, and then I start to pour the white pigment on one side of the molds. Then I start to pour the clear resin on the other side of the molds. Then I can go back in with some more clear or some more white to make it more even, but it really doesn't have to be perfect. Then I take a wooden stick just to straighten the line out a little more. Then I go over each one with a torch gun to pop any air bubbles. Then I start adding the flower petals one by one onto the clear side of the coasters. I added any leftover resin I had into this pyramid mold, so I wasn't wasting anything. And now it's time to add the gold flakes. This is the biggest part that I changed from my last video. Here I am taking some of the golden flakes and with 2 wooden sticks breaking them into small pieces to then add individually onto the coasters. With my last video, what I did was I mixed the golden flakes into resin and then just poured it through the middle. That is also a nice look, but it does have a different effect, and all of the gold flakes end up then sinking to the bottom. So because I didn't want all of the gold flakes to sink to the bottom of the coaster, I decided not to pour it in resin, but to add them one by one. As some time passes, all of the flower petals that I've added start to shift towards the center, so I have to keep my eye out for that and move them back outwards. At this point, the center of my coasters start to get a little gooey, and if I have a flower go into the gold section, as you can kind of tell, when I try to pull the flower out, all of the gold moves with it as well. And I'm not sure if that's the resin curing or if I maybe just burnt the resin by torching it too close. So if anyone knows what is causing that, please do let me know in the comments. Now a day has gone by and I'm taking the coasters out of the mold to add a heat-resistant top coat. After I pour the top coat on the center of the coasters, I go with a wooden stick and I spread it out to the edges. I also use a torch gun to pop any air bubbles and to help the resin spread easier. Then I add a bit more to the coasters that are missing a little. Once I'm done, I cover my coasters with a piece of cardboard just to make sure that nothing flies into the resin while it's curing. That's why I have these little plastic cups that you can see on the corner of the table, and I usually put a plastic cup in the middle, but this time I forgot, and that is why I said earlier it's a good thing that I made 5 coasters, because one of my coasters ended up sticking to the piece of cardboard, and it did get some cardboard stuck onto it, but I removed that with an X-Acto knife and I can just do another heat coat and it'll be fine. But this is why it's a good idea to have an extra just to be safe in case you have an order and a deadline that you need to meet. After adding a gold trim, here is the final product. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like this video, subscribe to see more videos like this in the future.